Mahatma Gandhi is remembered as the man who shook an empire without lifting a sword, a man whose quiet strength changed the destiny of millions. The life of Mahatma Gandhi is not just the story of one leader, but the story of courage, sacrifice, and truth that still touches hearts around the world. Mahatma Gandhi was born on October 2, 1869, in Porbandar, a coastal town in India. His father, Karam Chand Gandhi, was the chief minister of the small princely state of Porbandar, a man respected for his honesty and duty. His mother, Putlabai, was deeply religious, often fasting and praying, and she filled the house with an atmosphere of devotion and moral discipline. From these two parents, Mahatma Gandhi received both a sense of responsibility and a strong spiritual foundation that would guide his life forever. As a child, Mahatma Gandhi was shy and quiet. He was not known for being a brilliant student, but he was curious and deeply thoughtful. He loved stories from Indian epics like the Ramayana, which spoke of truth, justice, and courage. These stories planted seeds of values that would later bloom into his philosophy of nonviolence. Still, young Gandhi also struggled with temptations. He once admitted to stealing small things and even eating meat, which was against his family's beliefs. Each time, his guilt drove him back to honesty, teaching him that truth must always win over weakness. Mahatma Gandhi's education began in Porbandar and Rajkot, but soon his family decided that he should study law in England. In 1888, at just 19, he sailed across the seas to London. There, he faced the challenge of adapting to a strange culture. At first, Mahatma Gandhi tried to fit in by wearing Western clothes and learning ballroom dancing, but soon he realized such efforts were not his path. Instead, he focused on his studies, explored religion and philosophy, and even became a strict vegetarian. London opened his eyes to many ideas, especially about justice, morality, and the power of living a simple and principled life. Before leaving for England, Mahatma Gandhi had been married at the age of 13 to Kasturba, who became his lifelong partner. Their marriage began as a traditional child union, but over time it grew into a deep bond. Kasturba supported him through struggles, often managing the home while Mahatma Gandhi fought battles outside it. The couple had 4 sons, and though Gandhi's devotion to his mission sometimes strained family life, his children remained a part of his journey, each affected by his unusual choices and sacrifices. After returning to India as a lawyer, Mahatma Gandhi struggled to find work. Courtrooms frightened him, and he often could not speak confidently. Just when his career seemed hopeless, he was offered a case in South Africa. In 1893, he traveled there, and that journey became the turning point of his life. In South Africa, Mahatma Gandhi faced racism directly. One night, despite holding a valid ticket, he was thrown out of a first-class train compartment because of his skin color. That humiliation shook him to his core, but instead of giving in to anger, he chose to fight injustice with dignity. In South Africa, Mahatma Gandhi developed the method of satyagraha, meaning truth force. He led peaceful protests against unfair laws that discriminated against Indians. Thousands followed him, facing beatings and jail without striking back. This philosophy of non-violent resistance became his greatest weapon, stronger than any sword or gun. After 21 years in South Africa, he returned to India, ready to lead his homeland's fight for freedom. Back in India, Mahatma Gandhi became the heart of the independence movement. He urged Indians to reject British goods, make their own salt, spin their own cloth, and live simply. His Salt March of 1930, where he walked 240 miles to make salt from the sea, captured the world's attention. Millions admired the image of a thin man walking barefoot against a mighty empire. Under his leadership, India united like never before, with people from villages, cities, and all walks of life joining hands for freedom. But Mahatma Gandhi's path was not without pain. Many criticized him, saying non-violence was too slow or too idealistic. British rulers arrested him several times, keeping him for years in prison. His health often suffered, as he fasted for days to bring peace during riots between Hindus and Muslims. Even within his family, there were tensions, as his children sometimes felt neglected or disagreed with his strict lifestyle. Yet Gandhi continued, guided by his belief that truth and nonviolence were stronger than any weapon. As India neared freedom, tragedy struck. The joy of independence in 1947 was shadowed by the partition of India and Pakistan, which led to terrible violence and the death of thousands. Mahatma Gandhi was heartbroken. He walked from village to village, fasting and praying, trying to heal the wounds of division. His last days were heavy with sorrow, but he never gave up his faith in peace. On January 30th, 1948, while on his way to a prayer meeting in New Delhi, Mahatma Gandhi was shot by Nathuram Godse, a man who opposed his vision of unity. Gandhi fell with the name of God on his lips, leaving behind a grieving nation and a stunned world. His death was a moment of darkness, but his light of truth and nonviolence continued to shine. Today, the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi lives on. His ideas influenced leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Nelson Mandela, who used nonviolence to fight for justice in their own lands. Statues of Gandhi stand across the world, reminding people that true strength lies not in hatred but in love, not in violence but in peace. India calls him the father of the nation, but the world remembers him as the apostle of truth. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world." If you were inspired by this story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys of remarkable lives.